Amen.
Yeah. Thank you for being here this morning. This has become a very special project for students that we'll be presenting to you. This introduction is to give some identification as to how the sound barrier can be broken for deaf for letting us be a part of GM for the next few minutes. Later in the program, you will have the opportunity to ask questions.
Program. We are very pleased to be able to do the program, once again, like Dr. Oliver has mentioned. These are just some negative words individuals may use to describe a person with a disability that the person had no control over company contact.
Has 15 or more employees in it, a labor agency, labor unions, and state and local governments, but there are certain exceptions to it.
The freedom to live or to pursue a happy life or to work anywhere you want, like at General Motors or even at Ford. So by a show of hands, how many of you guys enjoy these basic fundamentals?
And I'll relate to some of my own stories. The people that have interviewed for this particular project would like to remain anonymous, so I will be referring to them as Jane.
Deaf people in general feel the same way. I want to give you a little scenario of how attitudes are portrayed in society.
That's the way some people have felt. Good morning. Not being able to hear is not a true disability.
Because culture is the primary focal point of or language is the primary focal point of any culture.
And now how many people made sure that their hands were well manicured, nails trimmed, cuticles put back?
And for children born deaf, we're considered non-persons.
This is also known as the clinical view or the medical model. The people with the pathological view, they see the deaf community as a group of people who, due to their loss of hearing, they can't understand normal, or they can't have a reception to normal.
And in the workforce, and maybe interviewing for a job. I'd like to start by asking you all a few questions. Say you're just at home or at the office and the phone starts ringing, what would you do in that case?
We also decided that we would interview a deaf person to understand more about how they
Is there one sign language for the whole world? The answer is no. Maybe that was kind of an obvious one, but just like there's different languages for different countries have different signs. There may be some that can be used in other countries.
It's better known as a TDD. What it is the phone, it does connect, or it is hooked up to this area.
Funny in this world. I know that we come out a lot from just actually meeting and talking to some of these people. As we all
The health of deaf and hard of hearing individuals in today's environment are passing around.
Discussed a couple of the ADA requirements. Through the ADA requirements, they require certain devices upon request.
First of all, for business, we feel an interpreter should be provided for meetings, seminars, emergency situations.
Doesn't have a clue on what they're saying, so a qualified interpreter would be very helpful for a deaf student.
TDD available at all public places, for example, at a hotel. So when there is an emergency, a deaf person has to know immediately what's going on.
without the paging for the patient to notify that it's his or her turn, and at least caption television to keep the patient busy when he's waiting. Turn it over to Wilson.
Hi, I'm here with other suggestions for government, business, individuals, and society. For government, I'd like to see all public schools teaching sign language from grade 1 up. After all, 10% of the U.S. population is deaf. That's over 20 million people.